I don't know who needs to hear this, but they're about to see what it looks like when somebody who comes from a rougher area, in a situation that people least expect them to make it out of, runs the ball and makes a touchdown. They're about to see what it looks like when God's favorite minority steps into their power. See, a lot of times people expect God's people to be from higher places. Their lives are already together. It looks like what it's supposed to look like already because they're there. And a lot of times God's people reside there too because God's people are abundant. Okay? They bear good fruit. So a lot of times God's people are in places like that. But then he also calls people from lower levels to set an example for other people that come from the same areas and the same situations and the same circumstances to show them that if I can raise somebody up who's been in the same situation as you, and I can show you what it looks like giving one of my people who somebody else thought was small the upper hand. This is going to give you hope. This is going to help you prosper. Because a lot of times when we come from certain circumstances and situations and areas, a lot of times kids and young adults have a hard time believing that it could be them too. You know what I mean? Like they have to see a living, breathing example. And in this season, God said he's about to make you a living and breathing example for why you don't underestimate people who don't look like the finished product yet. And a lot of times you'll pass people and they look like nothing. It could be someone homeless. It could be someone who's struggling, someone who's barely able to provide a meal on their table, but God has something bigger for them. And God loves to put people in places like that to see how you're going to judge them. And in this season, a lot of people misjudged you because there was nights you didn't have dinner. There was nights you were barely putting gas in the tank, putting $5 on the pump for because that's all you had. And people were like, nah, that can't be the chosen. That can't be them. There's no way this could be them. And the whole time you're going through this, you're just, again, you're fruitful, you're abundant, you're in this positive energy all the time because, again, you know who God is. But even though you know who God is, like you're not expecting a blessing. You're not expecting for it to be you in this season. You're so used to, making it through, surviving, and you're still, all these little things that come to you, you see them as huge blessings because you're not used to it ever being you. You're not used to ever being the one picked. Every time you see someone else blessed, the first person clapping, the first person cheering them on. But God says in this season, it's about to be you running that ball. It's about to be you making that touchdown. You've watched everybody else be blessed and you were so ecstatic for them. And you see all these little blessings and you think that that's your big major blessing that God has given you just to be alive and breathe and just to eat. And God's like, my child, baby, you're not even ready for what's about to happen because you don't have high expectations, which is why God is bringing it up a notch because he wants you to see how much he really loves you. Because you've waited for so long and so long and so long and you've watched everybody else. It'd be their turn. You watched everybody else, step into their power, step into their season. Never once did you say, God, why is it not my turn? God, why not me? And God is literally about to put you right in front of the very door that's going to change your life because you never expected it to be your turn. You thought you already had your turn because you're abundant. You're happy. You're at peace. And you're no longer fighting to be alive and you thought that was your blessing. But God, baby, what God is about to do is about to show you why the people that wait and are so genuine and sincere while they wait are the ones that are most deserving. Because you probably smiled a lot in your life, but the way you're about to smile, like I feel it inside of me, like, the smile you give when you cannot believe something is happening because you've never seen it before. It's about to be one of those smiles. In this season, you're about to be the example for every other person who has been in your circumstances and in your situation, who needs someone to see, to be like, they did it, I can do it too. And that's why God is utilizing you because he knows that you will turn a lot of people to him. You will motivate people to know that even when you can't see it, but you can only feel it, it is still coming. So don't ever lose that faith. And because of your faith, because of your gratefulness, because of you being still in the midst of watching everybody else being blessed, baby, the way you're about to be blessed is going to have your jaw hit the floor. So just be ready.